A warm welcome to all our viewers. I'm your host Pratiksha Mishra and you're watching another episode of South Asia Focus. Let's begin the show. In a landmark move to strengthen bilateral ties, India and the United Kingdom have reaffirmed their commitment to a forward-looking partnership encompassing trade, technology, education, defence and cultural collaboration. On his first official visit to India, the UK Prime Minister, accompanied by a high-powered delegation, met with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, signalling a new chapter in the enduring relationship between the two democracies.
India and the UK, bound by shared democratic values and strong economic ties, are taking their strategic partnership to the next level. On his first official visit, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, accompanied by a high-powered delegation, met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Mumbai to discuss trade, defence, innovation and emerging technologies, marking a new chapter in the enduring India-UK relationship.
भारत का डायनेमिज्म और यूके की एक्सपर्टाइज मिलकर एक यूनिक सिनर्जी बनाती है. हमारी साझेदारी ट्रस्टवर्दी है, टैलेंट और टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन है. और आज जब मैं और प्रधानमंत्री स्टारमर मंच पर एक साथ खड़े हैं, तो ये हमारा स्पष्ट कमिटमेंट है कि हम एक साथ मिलकर दोनों देशों के लोगों के लिए एक उज्जवल भविष्य का निर्माण करेंगे.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer reaffirmed his strong support for India's bid for a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, highlighting India's expanding role on the global stage. He emphasized the strong mood of collaboration between the UK and India, underscoring their shared commitment to boosting trade and economic growth. In Mumbai, Prime Minister Starmer toured the iconic Yash Raj Film Studio and announced that 3 new Bollywood films will be produced in Britain starting early 2026, highlighting the growing creative partnership between the two nations.
Well, we have got the single biggest delegation trade mission ever to come to India. It's not just businesses, we've got universities, we've got cultural institutions, we've just done a fantastic deal on film, and here this is a Premier League initiative, the UK and India working together, so this really shows the strength of the relationship.
Beyond economic partnerships, the cultural bond between India and the UK continues to thrive, with sports serving as a bridge of friendship and mutual respect. At a recent sporting event, British athletes lauded the enduring sportsmanship and long-standing sporting ties between the two nations, highlighting how sports diplomacy strengthens bilateral relations and brings people closer across borders.
We have a long history of friendship together. From my point of view, a long history of sportsmanship with each other, whether that be in cricket or any other sport. So it's great to be here to celebrate some of these events, and and especially to see the young children having a fun time today.
On the sidelines of the India-UK summit in Mumbai, both Prime Ministers welcomed the CEO Forum and urged the swift ratification of India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement. With discussions on trade, investment, clean energy, infrastructure and aerospace, and initiatives like the UK-India Infrastructure Financing Bridge, the leaders highlighted opportunities for deeper economic and aviation cooperation, reinforcing the two nations' shared vision for growth and innovation.
Especially अगर AI की बात करें तो मेरे ख्याल से दोनों देश साथ में काम कर सके बहुत कुछ अचीव कर सकते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ AI एंड अदर फील्ड्स. आज अगर आप देखते हैं डिजिटल QR कोड बेस्ड स्कैनिंग, 500 मिलियन अकाउंट्स इंडिया में खुल चुके हैं ऑन UPI. तो इस स्केल का कोई भी देश में पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है कि ये रेप्लिकेट हो पाए. कई देशों में ये चीज करने के लिए 30 साल लग गए. हमने ये 3 साल में करके दिखाया.
As India and the United Kingdom forge a deeper, more dynamic partnership, Their collaboration across trade, technology, culture and innovation promises a bright future. Rooted in shared values and mutual respect, this renewed alliance is set to drive growth for both nations while making a positive impact on the global stage.
After plunging Afghanistan into a near-total digital blackout for nearly 2 days in late September, the Taliban has reinstated internet and mobile services, but under strict surveillance and heavy censorship. This week, Afghans report that new restrictions have been imposed on social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and X, cutting off millions from free communication and access to information. Take a look. The Taliban's latest assault on digital freedom began in mid-September, when authorities abruptly cut fiber optic internet in 5 northern provinces: Kunduz, Badakhshan, Baghlan, Takhar and Balkh, claiming the move was to prevent immoral activities online. The restrictions quickly escalated into a nationwide internet and telecommunications shutdown that lasted nearly 48 hours toward the end of September, cutting millions of Afghans off from the outside world. The blackout crippled daily life across Afghanistan, disrupting government operations, banking services, education, and humanitarian coordination. Flights were delayed, aid efforts were paralyzed, and families were left without any means of communication. Residents described how the sudden blackout paralyzed essential services and education in an already struggling country.
قطع اینترنت خانه به خانه تأثیر منفی در تمام بخش‌های زندگی می داشته باشه. بخش عمده‌ای از خدمات ملکی مانند توزیع تذکره، پاسپورت، سیستم بانکداری با اینترنت ارتباط داره. امروز روند آموزشی همگان به ویژه افراد دارای معلولیت مخصوصا نابینان ارتباط نزدیک با اینترنت داره. کتابخانه‌های آنلاین در شفاخانه، بخش خدمات درمانی آنلاین، تجارت آنلاین که اخیراً معینیت امور جوانان وزارت اطلاعات و فرهنگ آغاز کرده بود.
NetBlocks, an international internet monitoring organization, confirmed that connectivity in Afghanistan dropped to nearly 1% during the shutdown, calling it a total blackout implemented under the Taliban's so-called morality measures. As digital communication collapsed, panic spread among Afghans both inside and outside the country. Thousands in Europe and elsewhere said they were unable to reach their families for days, a haunting reminder of the Taliban's power to silence a nation with a single decree.
It was Monday. Last Monday from 5 o'clock, the internet was everything is closed. No one have contact with the family. There's a big happen. No one don't know about the family. It's closed. You know what happened is there. We don't know nothing.
While services were gradually restored on October 1st, the Taliban has since introduced new digital restrictions. As of October 9, users across Afghanistan report that major social media platforms including Facebook, Instagram and X are now heavily filtered or completely inaccessible. Pages take minutes to load, videos fail to play, and messaging apps are frequently disrupted. Rights organizations fear the new filters are part of a broader censorship system modeled after authoritarian regimes that monitor and control citizens' online activity. For many Afghans, especially women and young students, the internet was a final refuge in a country where nearly every other freedom has been erased. Since taking power in August 2021, the Taliban has systematically erased women from public life, silenced journalists, banned education for girls, and criminalized dissent. The latest internet restrictions are yet another layer of control, a calculated attempt to disconnect Afghans from the world and from each other. In today's Afghanistan, silence is not just enforced in classrooms and offices. It now extends to every phone, every screen, and every voice that dares to speak. Time now for Asia This Week, the stories from across the continent. Afghan Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi is currently in India on an 8-day visit, marking the highest level Taliban delegation to the country since their return to power in 2021. During his stay, Muttaqi is holding talks with Indian officials aimed at strengthening diplomatic engagement and expanding trade and economic cooperation. As part of the deepening ties, India has announced the upgrade of its technical mission in Kabul to a full-fledged embassy. Torrential rains triggered by Typhoon Matmo flooded parts of Hanoi, the latest in a series of deluges that have inundated the Vietnamese capital over the past month as a run of storms have swept across the country's northern regions. Heavy downpours flooded major roads, leaving motorbikes and cars stranded and forcing residents to wade through calf-deep water. Inner city districts have been particularly affected, with drainage struggling to handle the volume of rain. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has praised the legacy of the ruling party and called for renewed loyalty to socialism in a speech ahead of 80th anniversary of the founding of the Workers' Party of Korea. Kim visited the party founding museum in Pyongyang with senior party officials and delivered what state media called a significant speech honoring the party's founders and revolutionary forerunners. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said the Afghanistan's Taliban government was working to stabilize the country. Lavrov made the remarks during talks in Moscow with Afghanistan's acting Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi. Russia accepted the credentials of a new Afghan ambassador in July, becoming the first country to formally recognize the Taliban government. In Nepal, days of heavy rainfall earlier this month triggered deadly floods and landslides, claiming at least 60 lives and causing widespread destruction, particularly in the eastern Himalayan region. While the weather has now eased and floodwaters are gradually receding, rescue teams are still facing challenges reaching remote areas. Authorities remain on alert with relief and recovery efforts underway to support displaced families and rebuild damaged infrastructure. Here's the full report.
In Nepal, days of relentless rainfall starting October 3rd triggered catastrophic flooding and landslides across several regions, leaving behind a trail of destruction, death and displacement. Authorities report at least 60 people have lost their lives and many more have been injured or reported missing. The eastern Himalayan districts were hit hardest. In Ilam, numerous landslides buried homes and blocked vital roadways, hampering rescue operations. Nearby Panchathar, Dhankuta and Sindhuli districts also suffered significant damage. In a separate weather-related tragedy, 3 individuals were killed by lightning strikes. Despite the challenges, emergency response teams have been working tirelessly, navigating treacherous terrain to reach remote, cut-off communities.
यहाँ के 2 दिन से डुबान छै जलेसर 0 माइल भल गेले पानी के निकास यहाँ पर न छै अब ये वार्ड 10 मेर अब ही देख के चल जाई है पुला भी बड़ जाम है जलेसर 0 माइल के खरपतार से अब तक डोजर उजर लेके नहीं अले यहाँ देखे छी सब डूबल छै की समस्या भेली अब समस्या घर में पानी पैसल छै समस्या दी है घर में पानी बैसल घर में छी घर में कुछ क्षति भेले की क्षति भेली अब उन कपड़ा लत्ता सब भिज भाज गेली अब देखबे कर छी पानी है आइया पानी देखले जाय छी नहीं है कि नहीं जलेसर 0 माइल के घर सब डूबल छै यहाँ पर देखिए पानी से न निकल रहा है नाला सब न है नाला के व्यवस्था नहीं यहाँ कोई के लिए आरो डूबार छै.
As rivers surged beyond danger levels, the Koshi River breached critical levels, prompting authorities to open all 56 sluice gates at the Koshi barrage in a desperate move to protect downstream communities. Hydrological stations in the Gandaki and Bagmati river basins also recorded dangerously high water discharge, raising widespread alarm. The Nepal army and armed police force was swiftly mobilized to assist in rescue and relief efforts, providing vital aid to affected populations.
आफ्नो घर छोडेर केही सुरक्षित स्थानमा लगेर राखिएको छ। स्थानीय पालिका, स्थानीय समुदाय र हाम्रो सुरक्षा निकाय समयको समन्वयमा सुरक्षित स्थानमा राखेका छौँ। कतिपय समुदायहरू अहिले आफ्नोमा फर्कि पनि सक्नु भएको छ पानीको सतह घटेको कारणले र यो तटबन्ध टुटेको कारणले डुबानमा परेका गाउँहरूको समुदायका व्यक्तिहरू चाहिँ अझै पनि केही सुरक्षित स्थानमा हुनुहुन्छ। हामीले यसमा चाहिँ मूल रूपमा स्थानीय तहसँग समन्वय गरेर स्थानीय तहबाटै अब आज भोलिसम्मको चाहिँ अब खाद्यान्न पानी र चाहिँ बस्ने व्यवस्था चाहिँ स्थानीय तहसँग समन्वय गरेर गरिरहेका छौँ। तर हामीले पालिकासँग समन्वय गरेर यदि थप मद्दत अथवा थप आवश्यकता पर्यो भनेदेखि जिल्ला विपद व्यवस्थापन समिति र चाहिँ अन्य विभिन्न सरकारवाला निकायहरूसँग पनि समन्वय गरेर उपलब्ध गराउँछौँ भनेर भनिएको छ। अहिले चाहिँ पालिका तहबाटै म्यानेज भइरहेको अवस्था छ।
Now, with rainfall subsiding and floodwaters gradually receding, the focus has shifted from immediate rescue to rehabilitation and recovery. Many displaced families are cautiously returning to their homes, though challenges remain in areas where infrastructure has been severely damaged or washed away. Local authorities, in coordination with disaster management agencies, are working to restore essential services, provide emergency relief supplies, and assess long-term rebuilding needs. While the worst appears to be over, the recent disaster is a stark reminder of Nepal's vulnerability to extreme weather, especially in mountainous and riverine regions.
Kashmir, known for its breathtaking beauty, has been swept up in an early winter magic this year. An unexpected snowfall in early October has blanketed the region in pristine white, turning its lush valleys and majestic mountains into a sparkling winter wonderland much earlier than anyone anticipated. This rare phenomenon has drawn tourists from all corners of India, eager to witness the enchanting transformation firsthand. Take a look.
An unexpected snowfall in early October has transformed Kashmir's scenic valleys into a breathtaking winter landscape, captivating tourists from across India. Visitors have described the rare event as truly magical and are urging others to experience Kashmir's charm. In Gulmarg, one of the region's most popular destinations, travelers from Kolkata, Delhi and beyond are enthusiastically sharing their joyful moments. For visitors, this extraordinary snowfall offers a unique chance to witness Kashmir's untouched beauty, blanketed in snow, inspiring more people to explore and appreciate the tranquil surroundings.
मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं था कि यहाँ तक पहुँचने पे मेरे को बर्फ़ मिल जाएगी. इट वाज अ सुपर फैंटास्टिक एक्सपीरियंस और बहुत लंबा ट्रैवल करा मैंने केरल मनाली सब जगह, लेकिन मेरे को चांस कभी मिला नहीं बर्फ़ देखने का, बट यहाँ मिल गया लग बाई चांस एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टुडे.
Tourists are also enjoying the early snowfall in Sonmarg and nearby areas. This unexpected winter weather has made the place even more beautiful and special. Visitors are admiring the amazing views of snow-covered mountains and valleys, and many are having fun riding horses through these snowy trails. After their outdoor adventures, people are relaxing with hot cups of tea, soaking in the peaceful winter atmosphere. Visitors are also taking lots of photos to remember this rare and wonderful experience.
हम बहुत लकी हैं क्योंकि इस टाइम बर्फ नहीं होता, लोकल लोग बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन 2 दिन पहले ही बर्फबारी स्टार्ट हुई है, तो मजे ले रहे हैं बर्फबारी का, कश्मीर का.
The early arrival of winter has sparked a surge in tourism, boosting local businesses and creating a festive atmosphere in the valley. As nature paints Kashmir in dazzling white, visitors are reminded of the timeless allure of this Himalayan paradise, a place where every season holds its own unique magic.
Kashmir's early snowfall is more than weather, it's pure magic in motion. And with that, we come to the end of this week's episode. See you next week. Till then, goodbye and take care.